Hello everyone, this is Pastor Lon. I want to welcome you all back to the channel today for some Sunday afternoon chat time. I hope everybody's had a good weekend thus far and having a good Sunday, and I hope you have a good upcoming week, you and your family. As we always have a topic I like to talk about and discuss here on chat time, Sunday afternoon chat time videos, and today's topic is quiet time. Now, as I speak about quiet time, the drag strips over there practicing at the drag strip. You may hear them on this video in the background, but that doesn't really bother me because we're used to it now. We've been here since 2017, and that doesn't really bother us, and it doesn't bother me out here today. But you may see me swatting a little bit as well because the gnats are pretty tough out here today. We've had some pretty good temperatures up to today. You know, highs in the low 70s and the lows in the upper 50s at night, and low humidity and a little breezy. But today is pretty warm. It's not real humid, just warm, and the gnats are back. But it's just supposed to be like that for the day and tomorrow, and then start cooling back off here in our part of South Carolina. But yeah, quiet time, that's something I want to talk about. Because I think we all need quiet time in our life. That time to just get away from everything and get away from the hustle and bustle of life. Because we're all so busy these days. I mean, we're busier than we should be, probably. We got so many irons in the fires, we say around here in the country. But we need to slow down, because if you don't slow down, you're going to come apart sooner or later. And everybody needs quiet time. I'd like for you to let me know what you think about the need for quiet time and the benefits of quiet time. Not only that, I'd like for you to share in the comments below, what do you do for quiet time? Where do you spend your quiet time? What time of day do you normally try to get your quiet time in? Because I think it's very important that we all get this, because it's very much needed in our lives. And it makes me think about, you know, Jesus, he got away a lot in the garden to pray, and out on the sea, and on the mountaintops and different places like that he would stow away and pray and have some quiet time to get away from all the crowds of people. So if Jesus felt the need and had to, while he lived here on earth in the flesh, if he had to get away and have some quiet time, I know we all need quiet time, because we're just running in the rat race of life, and sooner or later you're gonna run out, run dry, or like I said, come apart. So I remember when I was in school, I wanted to go back to that to start with. When I was in the first grade, I don't remember everything about first grade, just like most of y'all probably don't remember everything about first grade. But some of the things I do, and one thing I remember about first grade, of course, my teacher's name was Miss Capins, and she used to encourage us all to bring a towel to school every day. And what the towel was for was, we'd have our regular lessons or whatever during class time, and then we'd go to lunch at lunchtime. And right after lunch, we'd come back, she'd let us all put our towels out on the floor and lay down for some quiet time or to take a nap or whatever. I don't remember how long that lasted, probably 30 minutes or so, whatever it was. But I can remember that it seemed like that helped us so much, even at a young age. I can remember that had the time to just lay down, and whether you took a nap or you just lay there and rested. And it gave her a break from all the kids she was having to deal with. But it seemed like the rest of the evening, the rest of the school day, that day always went a lot better, because everybody was getting kind of restless and tired. And I just think that quiet time was very important back then, and it's still important to me today. So I try to get away from a lot of things in life sometime by going out in the woods out here beside the house, or sitting out here in this swing set by the fire pit that we made, like where I'm at today, or go out on the island for devotion, or just to sit out there. Sometimes in the morning before I go to work, I go out there and pray, and I'll just sit on the island for, 10, 15 minutes or whatever, and just not say a word, just listen to nature. Listen to God's creation, and you look at the beauty of the pasture, and the beauty of the pond, and the beauty of the birds, and the songs that the birds are singing and playing. God's orchestra. It's just unbelievable how that will soothe and calm your soul. But we need that. We need that in life. Just like Jesus took the time to get away, we need to take the time to get away. You hear this drag strip in the background. Like I said, that don't bother us at all. We've been here long enough to get used to that, so that's not really a problem. But I want you to share with me, if you don't mind, when do you spend your quiet time, and where? Is it a place in the house you normally take the time to go spend time? Is it in the morning, midday, afternoon, at night? I try to encourage Robert Lynn in the mornings when I leave to go to work to get alone somewhere on the porch, or whether it's getting in the Bible, getting on a devotion, or just sitting there and watching the chickens and the guineas in the yard and listening to nature before Michaela gets up and her day gets started. So, and sometimes she gets to do that, and lots of times she don't. But it's a discipline thing. You got to make yourself take the time out. And it's hard to do sometimes because we know we got so much to do in a day, and we don't want to try to get off to a quick start. But I found if you take that quiet time, spend the time alone by yourself, just you and God, it seems like the rest of your day will get off to a better start, and you'll have a better day that day. And I say that, I got these guineas back here. I thought it was fitting to really start raising sand, but they kind of moved on right now. But that doesn't bother me that much anymore either. I'm used to all the sounds here on the farm. Matter of fact, that's part of the therapy, the rooster crowing and the sheep making their noise and the goats, as well as the guineas and the peacocks and the drag strip. But I just think it's so important because I think it helps clear your mind. And what I don't know if I even said this at the beginning, but the need for and the benefits of quiet time. The need is very much needed in everybody's life. Whether you take the time to have that quiet time or even believe that or not, it's still true. You need to try it if you're not trying that quiet time. And it helps clear your mind emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. It's just a good thing to get away and get out of turn the cell phones off, turn the computers off. Try to just turn parts of your life off and just get away out there on that stump. Take a walk in the woods. Go out there and sit on the island in the pond, or you may not have access to a pond. Just, if you don't do them, but open the windows, just you and God, and just by yourself, and take in some nice cool breeze, or get out in the sunshine, read a book, crochet, whatever you may do. There's so many things that people use to get their minds off of what's going on in the world today, because they're bombarding us in every direction. If you watch all that news and stuff that's just trying to wreak havoc and spread fear, I hardly ever watch. I try to stay informed of what's going on pretty much, but I hardly ever watch any news anymore. I'm a YouTube junkie. If I'm watching anything, it's usually somebody on YouTube. But yeah, it's very much needed, and it helps me too to clear my mind, to get my sermons ready. I like to get along. Like last night, Robin was ready to go to bed, and kids were in the bed, and I kissed her good night. Said, "You go ahead and go to sleep. I'm still studying for my lesson and for my sermon." And I sat up in there by myself last night and studied for the sermon. It seemed like I can just get so much more information to stick in my mind by doing that, and of course spending time in prayer with the Lord. But the need for it is definitely there. The benefits are very rewarding of spending quality time, quiet time alone by yourself, or out here with the guineas, as you see in the background, and the chickens, or just getting alone, spending that alone time talking to God, or just meditating and taking everything in, getting things in perspective in your mind. Maybe if you're like me, you work a full-time job, you kind of laying everything out in your mind on how your week needs to go, things you got to do at work, and also maybe the things that you are going to get lined up for the upcoming week. I'm not saying spend all your quiet time thinking about that stuff, but it kind of helps you to get some perspective on a lot of things, and maybe get some structure in your life to be able to deal with some of the things, and set aside a certain day for this and a certain day for that, instead of just trying to do it all in 1 or 2 days. But quiet time is very calming to the soul. It's soothing to the soul and your mind, and it just brings great comfort and a sense of relaxation. It's just something you need to let your mind rest. You need to let your body rest, your emotions rest, because there's so much, evilness and drama and hatred and anger and doubt and depression and all that stuff that the devil's bombarding the world with today. But you need to make time. I need to make more time to get away and spend some quality, quiet time by ourselves. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with having quiet time with your spouse. But even at that, you still need to have quiet time with just you, by yourself. Just to sit there, just to reminisce, just to meditate, pray. If you want to sing a song or hum a hymn, whatever it may be. There's so much out here in God's creation. As I look at these big bright clouds and this blue sky, and look at these pine trees, and the cover crops we got planted, my honeybees over there working, the guineas that move around behind the camera here in front of me. Some of them you hear over there. You may hear a rooster crowing in the background. I mean, there's just so much rest and relaxation if you take the time to do it. Even though living on the homestead is a lot of work, and it takes a lot of work, and there's a lot of things that need to be done. But if we don't take the time to slow down and rest our bodies and rest our minds, we won't get half of the stuff accomplished that we need to. So let me know if quiet time is important to you. I don't know if I said this earlier, but I've heard lots of times with lots of wives that I've heard them say from down through the years that some of their best quality quiet time is when everybody else is gone to sleep or got into bed. Their husband, the kids, everybody's put down for the night, and maybe, even though they may be still picking up the mess that we made, or vacuuming the floor, or folding clothes, or washing dishes, or just sitting alone somewhere, reading a good book, or reading the Bible, or just sitting alone, just sitting around, just taking it easy and resting their mind. That late at night like that, when everybody else is going to bed, is some of the best times that moms and wives have their quiet time. And everybody chooses to have quiet time and what you do for quiet time differently. And that's perfectly fine. Everybody is not the same. Your quiet time may not be the same, look the same way as mine, and mine is yours. And that's the way it's supposed to be. But I can get out here and take a walk around this pen, this goat pen / hog pen, and there's nothing back there but the birds and the squirrels and the animals we have in the pen. Early in the morning, late in the evening is my best time. I love, especially early in the morning, everything's fresh and new, everything's waking up. That's some of the best time in the world. I believe that's why so many people have mental breakdowns and issues with their health, is because they don't get out in nature, get outside and get away from everything, take in some of that vitamin D and that sunshine, and listen to the calls of nature and the beauty of nature, and look at the beauty of nature. He's got all the therapy right here in front of us on a canvas. All we have to do is discipline ourselves to take part in it and allow it to help us and benefit our life. So with the fast-paced world we're living in, the hustle and bustle, I encourage you to find some time for some quiet time for just you and you alone. Spend that time by yourself, or spend that time alone with the Lord, and sit on it. Recharge your spiritual batteries, your emotional, physical, as well as your desire to want to spend more quality quiet time. See, I preached this morning about the more you do something, the more you do the right thing, the easier it is to do the right thing. It's just like people, the more they do the wrong things in life, the easier it is for them to continue to do the wrong things. Well, the more you take time, discipline yourself to say, I'm going to have some quiet time this morning, today around lunchtime, this evening at dusk dark, or maybe even at midnight, who knows. Whatever that time is for you, I would encourage you to find that quiet time so that you can recharge and be a better you for you, and be a better person for your family and for everybody else that you come in contact with. It's helped me so much in the ministry to get away and find that quiet time. And it just clears my mind. It's almost like you have a clean slate once you spend quality time by yourself, or quality time with just you and the Lord. So I hope this little video is some encouragement to you. Again, let me know some of the things you do for your quiet time, some of the places you may go, what time or day or night do you usually take your quiet time that benefits you the most, and share that with us. And here on YouTube, as I've shared with y'all, in the comments, share with each other where that may help somebody else. You know what, I need to try that, what so-and-so's trying. And hey, it may be just sitting out in your garden, just watching the garden where the garden is grown, or maybe working in the garden, taking it early in the morning, watering your plants on the porch, like Robin gets every morning, waters her ferns and waters all the different flowers, the mums she's got up there now for fall. There's so many things like that that can bring you rest and relaxation and benefit you in so many ways, from your health to your mental health, to everything about your being and about your body. Quiet time is very much needed, and the benefits are very great. So I encourage you, Spend quiet time with just you and yourself or you and the Lord. And come away from the hustle and bustle before you come apart and don't be any good for anybody. I hope this little Sunday afternoon chat time was a blessing and a help to you. I encourage you to share it with others if you feel like it'll help somebody else. I thank you for your time here. I thank you for your comments and for your feedback. And I just love and appreciate all my YouTube family. And I hope we can continue to be a blessing to you all in the days ahead. So until next time, remember, Jesus Christ loves you, and Jesus Christ is the answer for any and everything we're dealing with in life. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day and a good upcoming week. I love you all. Bye-bye.